Welcome to Wednesday night meditation. I'm Diana Liz, your session facilitator. We are in week 5 of the Mindfulness-Based Stress Reduction course. The theme for week 5 is willing to be with things as they are. Tonight's meditation, Turning Toward, is based on the work of Vidi Amala Birch. She is the founder of an international organization that focuses on developing mindfulness-based pain management. Turning Toward is designed to work with difficulties like physical pain, including migraines, recovering from injury, back pain, chronic pain, worry, anxiety, and many other areas of discomfort in our life. Before we embark on Turning Toward journey, we're going to do a muster drill, sometimes called a lifeboat drill, preparing for something for an emergency, just like they do on the cruise ship. The Turning Towards meditation can sometimes bring up strong emotional and physical reactions. Most often, the practice offers a way to be with them long enough for them to resolve and or pass. But sometimes they are too strong to be effectively dealt with using mindfulness-based stress reduction practices alone. If you have unresolved trauma or difficult experiences from the past, if the reactions are frightening and you feel fearful that you can't continue the practice and you don't feel grounded enough to be with them, you have 3 options. Number 1, you can practice stop. Stop, take a breath, open your eyes, and orient yourself to your surroundings and observe yourself within. Sense what you need to calm the mind and the body, and then decide how you would like to proceed. 2, you can summon the refuge that we created during week 2 of the course, and after a few minutes of being in the refuge and feeling a sense of safety, you can decide if you would like to resume or if you would like to stop. And 3, you can stop immediately and do something else. You can have a cup of tea. You can go for a walk. You can pet a cat or a dog or reach out to a friend or anything else that you find comforting and soothing. If this continues to happen every time you attempt the practice, you may want, and you do not get a feeling of a release or a letting go, an opening, a sense of comfort, you may want to discontinue the practice, discontinue the course, and consider professional assistance. Our meditation tonight has 5 parts. The first part of our meditation is similar to what we do in all our meditations. We ground ourselves into the breath and we connect to our body. The next part of this meditation is going to be soften and allow. We intentionally turn towards something that is either physically or psychologically difficult, and we approach it with a spirit of curiosity and compassion. 3, we seek something pleasant. In the midst of all the discomfort, there is a buried treasure. And using our curiosity and the steadfastness that we have been cultivating since the first week of the course, we seek to find something pleasant in the experience. Step 4, we broaden our awareness to include our entire body. And step 5, we open to the possibility of responding rather than reacting. Before we begin, I would like for us to look at some images. We don't have time to go through all the reading, but what's I feel very important is the drawing, and it says that we frequently block our experience by eating, drinking, getting busy. We get tense and discomfort. We become anxious and impatient. So that's the first thing that can happen. Another option is that we feel like we're drowning. We go into overwhelm, panic, and the experience just overtakes us, and we feel like, I can't stand this. I have to get out of here. But there's another option, and that is to let go and to discover the object of awareness, and to acknowledge and return using the breath to ground ourselves, and spending a brief time and investigating. And the last option, which we're going to try and do this evening, is to turn toward with an attitude of open curiosity, with the willingness to be with what is, befriending and exploring. And you can see that it's like wearing an oxygen tank, and we're going to go do a deep dive in a way that allows us to be fully present. So let's begin. This meditation can be done either sitting or lying down. So let's begin by finding a comfortable position for yourself. Now notice the support you have, the support you're receiving from the chair or the floor or a bed, sofa, whatever it is, noticing, paying special attention to the sensations of support. If you're sitting, noticing how your feet are touching the floor, how your buttocks are supported, how your arms and hands are resting. Whether sitting or lying down, allowing your weight to sink down through those points of contact. And wherever possible, letting go of tension. Let it drain into the support and beyond. And as you're sitting or lying, letting any thoughts or images go, just feeling supported by what's beneath you. And when you're ready, noticing the breath. Begin to feel the breath. Feel the breath in your belly, your chest, your shoulders. Noticing how the whole body expands a little on the in-breath, and relaxes a little on the out-breath. Just letting your breath be your breath, knowing that you're breathing just fine. See if you can observe your breath the way you'd watch the waves at the seashore, watching them go out and come back in, flow out again, and soothing and cooling the sand as they come in and go out. You would not demand that they go faster or slower, or that they be bigger or smaller. You would just enjoy watching them. And seeing if in the same way you could allow the breath to be just as it is, letting the breath just breathe itself. In a moment, we'll turn our attention to a physical or emotional area that's troubling you. It could be chronic pain, something that's always there, something in your back or your neck or your joints. Or it could be a painful injury or an emotional hurt that hasn't healed. Or just a simple little ache or pain, an irritation at work. Take your time and allow yourself the time to get a sense of the area you're choosing to work on. There's no wrong choice. Whatever you choose is going to be right for you for this meditation tonight. Once you've found an area of the body, see if it's possible to get curious about this area, dropping the natural tendency to move away from it, but paying attention in a special way with kindness, gentleness, and compassion. The way you might be if you were with a loved one who was having this kind of physical or emotional discomfort. How would you describe it? Saying it's painful isn't at all descriptive. So see if you can identify specific types of sensations. For instance, sharp, cutting, dull, throbbing, burning, constricted, pressure, tightness, achiness. noticing sensations simply as sensations, and seeing if you can explore this area with tenderness, kindness, and curiosity. You could ask yourself, how big is this area of discomfort? Is it the size of a marble or a baseball or as big as a football? How thick or thin is it? As thin as a piece of paper or as thick as a book? Or maybe it varies in thickness. If it had a texture, what texture would you say it had? Is it hard like concrete? Rigid but with some give like wood? Is it soft like a sponge? Or fluid like water or oil? What shape is it? Does it have a certain geometry? Does it have boundaries and edges? Spending a moment at the boundaries, at the edges, that area where if you went further out, there's less or no discomfort. Experiencing with being right at the border. Seeing if you can let the area just beyond the edge soften or relax. This area, the difficult part, you're not trying to change the area of discomfort itself, but just putting your attention at the edges, letting there be some softening there. And as you're beginning to pay close attention to the physical sensations and to the images associated with them, seeing if you can identify the feeling you have about this physical or emotional condition. Is there anger about having this condition? Does it feel unfair? Is there any fear that it might not get better or that it might get worse? Is there sadness about how it's limiting you, impatience, or confusion? What would you call the feelings in your own words? If it's possible for you, seeing if you can soften your reaction to the physical or emotional condition with gentle breaths. Seeing if you can be with it the same way you'd be with a child or a pet whom you love who is in distress. And you know, if that were the case, you would do this with tenderness, gentleness, and you wouldn't demand that your loved one respond differently than they are. And if you like, you might even place your hand where the discomfort is, or on your heart or belly, meeting this experience with kindness, recognizing that this would be difficult, painful, or challenging for anybody. So hold it and yourself gently with compassion. And taking your time, there's no rush. This is softening and allowing, softening your reactions to the feelings that you're having, allowing that reaction to be there, allowing the feeling to be there, all the while knowing that to be there doesn't mean that you like it. It's simply an acknowledgement that this is what you're feeling right now. And as you do this, you may feel sensations and feelings coming and going. And you may notice, if you pay close attention, that there's movement, change from moment to moment. Perhaps you might feel a tightening or loosening. You may notice heat, waves of energy, images or impressions may emerge. Through all of this, seeing if you can bring a sense of kindness, curiosity, and compassion to your exploration. And spending enough time here to make contact with what you're noticing and feeling, but not so much so that you become overwhelmed. Now, without trying to push the difficult sensations away, we're going to begin an exploration for somewhere in your body that's not in pain, seeing if you can find neutral or even pleasurable sensations somewhere in your body. Expanding your awareness beyond the area of discomfort, beginning by bringing awareness to the movement of the breath, allowing your discomfort to be soothed by the rhythm of breathing. Allowing your body to rest deeply into what's supporting it. And as you begin the exploration, scanning your body, noticing what's there, and pausing, you find something pleasurable or pleasing or just plain neutral. So let's begin with sensing your toes, your feet, your lower leg, your thighs, your hips, your stomach, your chest, your shoulders, your arms, your hands, your neck, your face, there are many areas on the face, the sensations of the eyes, the nose, the mouth, the sensations of the ears, the sensations of the entire head. And as you scan, you're looking for pleasant sensations, no matter how subtle they might be. It is as if you're an explorer looking for hidden treasure. It could be a sense of warmth in the hands, a pleasant tingling somewhere in the body, maybe a sense of release as you sink into your support. Or maybe just now noticing one of your toes. Your lower leg might be pain-free. Spending some time moving around through your body with awareness and pausing to experience something pleasurable. If you're having difficulty finding some place that feels okay, you might gently place one of your hands. For instance, you might place a hand on a shoulder or your chest or your head, the way you might comfort someone you cared about. And if that touch felt comforting, sensing into that area. Or you might recall someone you know or have known who was loving and kind to you, and imagine that they're close to you now, holding and supporting you, and how that feels in your body. Maybe warmth in the middle or softness around your heart. Or you could even open your eyes for a moment and look around you for something that's beautiful or pleasant in your immediate environment. It might be a plant, a ray of sunlight coming through the window, a piece of art, a photo. Letting yourself spend some time here with this part of your body or room that feels pleasant. And if you find yourself being drawn back to the painful area, don't fight it, but allow yourself some soft breaths, breathing into this area of your body with gentleness and kindness. And when you're ready and able, bringing yourself back to the pleasant or neutral area of your body. You could even let the breath be between the two areas, between the pleasant and unpleasant, just feeling the rhythm of your breath, the soft breath, breathing in to and from the areas with kindness and gentleness. And as you do this, you may notice that things may feel differently than they did before, that they're actually not fixed, they're fluid and dynamic. And when you're ready, seeing if you can broaden your awareness, like panning out with a wide angle lens, including both the pleasant area and the difficult area, so wide that there's enough space and room for both of them without pushing the difficult away or clinging to the pleasant. shifting again to an even wider, more inclusive perspective that includes both the pleasant and unpleasant, and including the entire body and all its sensations. And when you're ready, moving wider still, moving wide enough to include your awareness of the room or area where you are sitting or lying in. You might notice that by widening your awareness, there's a sense of space, of freedom, a capacity for change and movement. Letting yourself spend a moment here with this wider perspective. The physical or emotional discomfort may not have diminished significantly, but now it's part of something much bigger. And as your awareness expands even further to include the entire world, if that's possible for you, recognizing at this very moment there are others who are experiencing the same kind of pain or discomfort as you have been. And in this way, you are not alone. Out of the millions and billions of people included, certainly it's true that someone is experiencing the same sort of pain or difficulty you are, with the same or even greater intensity. The pains, the fears, the worries are not yours to bear alone. They are, in fact, shared by others. There are others feeling the same thing at literally the same time as you. You're not alone. If it seems possible to do this, you might even see if you can imagine your awareness expanding even further, seeing the Earth from space the way the astronauts might. That beautiful, blue-white sphere against a velvety black backdrop with no visible borders, seamless, whole, alive, and so precious. When you're ready, letting your awareness gradually return to your part of the world, to you, to your body, how you are right now. Feeling and sensing how it is to be in your body right here, right now. Coming back with the awareness still wide enough to hold both the difficulties and the pleasures of your body and your life. Seeing if you can bring gentleness and kindness, compassion to whatever you're feeling right now. Holding yourself with love, with understanding. And spending just a few moments with unguided meditation, just resting deep in your body, resting deep in your breath, and allowing any discomfort or unease to be soothed by the rhythm of the breath again and again and again. We will pause for 3 minutes. I will now read a prayer called Drenched in His Holiness. On this day, may I know who I am and what I am. Every moment of every day, may I be a catalyst for love and light. May I bring inspiration to those whose eyes I meet. May I have the strength to stand tall in the face of conflict and the courage to speak my voice when I am scared. May I have the humility to follow my heart and the passion to live my soul's desires. May I seek to know the highest truth and dismiss the gravitational pull of my lower self. May I embrace and love the totality of myself, my darkness as well as my light. May I be brave enough to hear my heart, to let it soften so that I may gracefully choose faith over fear. Today, may I surrender anything that stands between the sacredness of my humanity and my divinity. May I be drenched in grace, engulfed in love, and may all else melt away. Magnify the love that you feel right now, the love that we have cultivated during this meditation this evening, and expand it to all the people in your family, surrounding them with love and light. Magnify your love and surround your friends, near and far. Magnify your love and surround your neighbors and your co-workers with love and light. And now surround your entire community, from the borders of your town all the way, all the area, love and light. And then magnify your love to cover the entire United States, that we may learn to solve complex problems, working together for peace, harmony, and prosperity. Magnify your love to encompass the whole entire planet. And then surround not only the people, but all life on the planet, every single organism, surrounding it with love and light. When you hear the Tibetan bowl, our session will be complete. When you're ready, slowly opening your eyes if they've been closed, letting your attention move to the outside world, taking in sight, sound, and sensations, beginning to move a little and re-engage with your body and the world. And in the minutes, hours, and days that follow, seeing if you can bring a fresh sense of curiosity, openness, and kindness to all you encounter. Thank you for trusting me to guide your meditation this evening. Namaste.